Welcome back to this view of the whole city. We did this as our first video to show you what we had, and now I think that there has been enough changes so that we can show you a new and updated version. I'm sorry if the camera doesn't work the same way it's used to. I'm trying to do it in another resolution just to see what it will do. But yeah, let's see all the changes and all the parts that hasn't changed. The first thing we ever showed on any of our videos was the amusement park, and I am happy to say, or sad to say, not really sure, absolutely nothing has happened in this since the last video. Not a brick has been moved, not a minifigure has been moved. I'm not even sure the train has moved from the last video. Of course it has been around the city a couple of times, but nothing has changed, absolutely nothing. And it would be the same down here. I think the only thing that has changed is maybe the placement of some of the cars, but not a big change here either. So these two parts, the amusement park and the residential area, is pretty much the same as it used to. The only thing that I really think it needs is a really good dust off. I have to buy some kind of a vacuum that can do it for me. I've seen that a couple of people on YouTube and Instagram has one of those brick vacuums. I don't know what they're called. I think it's a little bit too small, but might be one of those. So yeah, the part where there has been absolutely the least change, or any change at all, is the amusement park and the residential area. And now we are at the front part of the city, where we have all the recreational area, the beach and the park and the camping area. This is where the biggest change has happened. Not so much here. We've had some changes with the minifigures. We have some changes with where we have put some of the cars, but not the biggest change. We've moved the path from the park right here to the beach, and that's because we needed it elsewhere. Over here we have a little bit of change. Still the same cars, or there's actually been two more in the police training, dog training car, and the horse carriage, or the horse transport. Else it's the same, but up here we have again moved a little bit of the pathway, and that's because it has moved over here. If you have seen our first video, you have known that before we had a Harry Potter area that went over here and also went all the way up here. It was kind of bare. It was very, yeah, it wasn't pretty to see, pretty to look at. So now we've changed it. Before we had the treehouse being right here. We didn't have the A-frame cabin, and the stream was only going as far as about here. So since then we have acquired a bunch of new base plates, put them in here. 3 to be exact, put 4 in, had one, yeah, we had an extra one. Acquired a lot of sets for the dog park and the animal park, or we acquired a lot of animals to put in here. Not done at all yet, but looks very good. Of course, we acquired the A-frame cabin fairly quickly after, and had pretty much been here the entire time. But we have changed a lot about this. A lot more flowers, a lot more plants, a lot more trees have been put into the front of the city. And the stream again has changed. So now it looks a lot better, at least in this end. We don't have the big tree covering up the line of sight down here, which were a bit of a problem before. So yeah, that was the change we had in this part of the city. The change in the downtown area might not be as big as other places, but some changes have been done. We have changed the layout or the arrangement of pretty much every modular in this row, in this area, and these, and up here. The back side looks basically the same as it did before. And if you've seen our video with the rearranging of modulars, I am sorry that I didn't get to say which modulars is down there. And we will just go this way around to see it. Boom, 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 boom. This would be the best view to see it. We have the greengrocer, not an original, a Bricklink order. We have the alternate pub, which is an alternate built from the corner garage. We have the townhouses from the bookshop and the townhouses from the pet shop. And then we have the two Marvel set, the Daily Bugle and the Sanctum Sanctorum. Haven't put any of the minifigures up for the Daily Bugle. Right now they are standing in a show box down at my building station. It wasn't on purpose, it was just something I got at that point I built it. But yeah, the big reason why we changed it is this one. Our Bricklink order for the first modular, the 2007 cafe corner, so that needed to have some changes. But yeah, up here you can see that right now we have a kind of a cultural street, as I called it or named it, while we over here have more of a pretty much just the rest. But I wanted to have all of the first modulars to be corners, so I could have put the police station and the fire brigade further up. I actually think that might have been better, but because of the wanting, of the wish to have the corner buildings up in front, that is how it's been. And over here we have the Daily Press, which is a alternate build from the police station, and of course our favorite modular, the town hall. So pretty basically it looks like the same as it did before. Not much has happened in the park, or actually a little bit has happened to the park. We moved the entrance for the food carts, and then we put in this little bad boy, the trash car, the garbage car. So yeah, something also happened up here, and I must say I really like it. I have had some suggestions, or I had a suggestion in the comments that I should move this base plate where you have the blue car, because it's going into nothing. I should change it to a corner base plate here, and then have a little parking lot. And I must say it's a very, very good idea, and I think I actually might do it. So yeah, some changes had happened. That was pretty much it. As you have seen, it's not the biggest changes that has been, but I would say that the changes that have been made are absolutely worth it. we have acquired a bunch of new sets, 2 big ones, a modular and a ideas set, and a lot of smaller sets, and put them into the city quite nicely. We have done a lot of greenery, put a lot of trees and flowers into the city, and we have, all in all, just made it better. Will there be changes in the future? I bet there will be. It's gonna change at some point. Right now, I'm actually, even though we just moved it, I'm thinking about what to do about this, because I would very much like to have these in another place, maybe even up here, but I'm not really sure how to do it. And if I do that, I would have to make more of these walls. I have the pieces for them, or almost. I don't have the small slope pieces at the top, but I have all the other pieces for it. So that might be, if I'm gonna do that, I have to change this again, which I'm not particularly happy about, but that's just my stupidity. But yeah, I hope you enjoy this, and until next time, bye.